How's it going? You guys asked me a lot of questions on my Instagram stories, so I put them all on my MacBook, and I'm gonna go through them all right now and answer you. So somebody asked, what do you think of Scentbird now that you've tried it? I think Scentbird's okay. I mean, it serves its purpose as like a place to get samples, and it's nice. They give you an 8 ml. It'll totally last a month, and then you can get another one the following month of your choice. I think if I had to knock them for one thing, it's that when I was using their website, trying to pick the fragrances I wanted to try, 90% of them were unavailable. I looked for the John Barbados. I was looking even for the Mercedes-Benz, Azzaro. All that stuff they were just like not in stock. But I think mainly because I'm not in their subscription plan yet. Maybe that's why I'm not prioritized. Or on top of that, they probably just sold a lot because, they have a lot of customers. So I can't knock them for that. Second question, I'm gay wearing Burberry Hero at the moment. Femme friends love it, but I want to attract masks. Opinion. Get Stronger With You by Armani. It's very flirty. It's a sweet fragrance. What are you hoping to get out of this new job change? Honestly, it's going to sound cheesy and tacky, but happiness and fulfillment, because I work 7 days a week now and I literally love what I'm doing. Like, I've become that person that looks forward to Mondays because that means, okay, the companies are open. I'm going to get emails and we're going to have a great, busy rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? And I never used to be that person before. I used to hate what I did for work. It was just like, sure, there's that, like, the consistent stability, which is amazing, but it just wasn't for me, at least in that regard. So yeah, and of course I want to create my own fragrance down the line. So I like the flexibility that this has to offer and just the unlimited potential. So I enjoy it a lot. If you can have dinner with 5 people dead or alive, who's invited and why? Gary V, because I like him. I think it'd be cool to get his perspective on things. He's a very positive type of guy, and I like that. I like surrounding myself with people like that, because I used to be around people that were just very like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, and it's just they didn't really care much, or like it was always just like negativity, and it was just like it brought me down. So I'm like, damn, I want to be around people that are trying to grow with me or try to grow in their own regards, and like we can just be there for each other when for that journey. I think that's a lot of fun. For the other 4 people, probably my grandparents, because both my grandmas are still alive, which I love them to pieces, but I haven't met my grandpa on my dad's side. And my tatai, my mom's dad, he passed before I was like 7 years old, something like that. So, and apparently he was a very intelligent guy before he had his stroke. So I think it'd be really cool. So my grandparents and Gary V, that's the answer. Thoughts on Alien by Mugler. Haven't tried it. Why do I sound out of breath? What the hell? I should have done this standing up. What makes a scent good for the fall and winter? Something that's warm or spicy, heavy, dense. Like basically a scent that's gonna cut through the cold weather. I equate it to this. It's like, does having a salad on a really, really cold day hit the spot the same way a nice hot bowl of pho or ramen does? Probably not. You know what I mean? It's just like it doesn't cut it through. Or also another example I use is if you use a fresh fragrance in the wintertime, it's not that it's bad, but do you expect roses to bloom when it's cold outside? No, because they can't handle it. So something that's thick, like a lot of you. So someday I want to buy you a drink. Let's do it. He says, you like my vibe. I appreciate that. Let's do it after my thyroid medication is handled. Okay, because I can't drink right now, which is ass. It's ass, but I get it. When you get your own fragrance, what would be the scent? Something in that fresh, spicy scent profile. I can't say what the notes are because potentially there's something in the works right now. So I can't give out too much information about it, but fresh spicy dries down to warm spicy. Something that would be versatile. Maybe not something for like an extremely hot day, but all the other seasons and summer nights I think would be a good one. And I'm drinking some kombucha here, so. Thoughts on Baccarat Rouge 540. Long lasting, nice scent trail, good projection. It's a really nice fragrance actually, but the thing is, it's so great that is the downfall. That it's just been cloned so many times that you have smelt that fragrance before. I think people that really want it because it's been trending like on TikTok and whatever, you're probably gonna smell it and be like, damn, I've smelled something like this before. Like Cloud by Ariana Grande is a dupe of it. I would suggest that one if you want Baccarat Rouge for like less than $60, just get Cloud. But of course there's differences up close. Like to me, I can tell the difference between the two. But in the air, to the average person, the DNA is so similar that you can interchange the two. Thoughts on Lancôme Ideal Intense. I haven't tried the L'Intense version, but the original was forgettable to me. Very similar to like La Vie Belle, where it's like, okay, you'll get compliments on it for sure, but it's just like, I don't really remember the smell. It's nothing that caught my attention. Looking for a graphic brand designer for when you make a fragrance, that I'd be down. Yeah, slide in the DMs, and hopefully, like, that'd be cool if we make that happen. I'm in the process of doing all that stuff right now, so I appreciate you reaching out for like that. That's cool. And by the way, I don't have the names of the people who wrote the questions down, all right? What are some turn-ons for a partner? Is this fragrance related? I don't think it is. Well, smelling good, I think, is a turn-on, making sure you're clean. But that varies from person to person. You know, there's people that are big on eye contact, and then there's people that just go stupid over feet. So ask your partner. Best places to spray your perfume to make that shit last. Mine always disappears. One behind each ear, the back of your neck or your hair, and then here on your, what's right here, I was scratching it earlier. My, here on your, like your collar. So skin and clothes. Also, double spray, like hit the same spot twice. So like boom, 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 boom. Because too many people do this. They will spray so close to their wrist and they don't even go all the way. They just do a little bit and then the juice drips and then they do this. Like, never rub in your fragrances. It can affect the performance. Not only that, it can mess with the top notes of the fragrance. Would you ever want to go to perfumery school? Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that. It's not the first thing that came to mind, but if there's a chance for me to perfect this craft even further or just learn more in general, then I'm willing to do that. How long have you been doing fragrance reviews? 7 months. I started my first one January 20th, 2021. I remember that day too. I went to Petco Park early in the morning, and then I had aguachiles and ceviche for lunch. And then I filmed a video about Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. And I've never looked back since then. I posted that on TikTok. And through consistency, I'm where I'm at right now. So appreciate everyone that watches my stuff. Big love. Birth chart. Let me just say that I didn't know that astrology was so big in the gay community. Like, I wish somebody would have told me that. You know what I mean? Because, like, I had so many DMs just like, what's your this? What's your Mercury? What's your Venus? And I'm like, what? I just know that I'm a Cancer. But my gay cousin downloaded CoStar on my phone. So I know that I am a Cancer sun, Capricorn moon, Aries rising. And apparently that's just like the most stellar combination. I don't think anything beats that out. And I'm not biased, by the way, at all. Not at all. What scents would you suggest for each season? I mean, something really fresh like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. For the summertime, or Oceania. Leighton for fall, but Leighton's very, very versatile. You can use it for anything. Spice Bomb Extreme Winter. And Springtime in a Park for spring. What's the best smelling pink? What's the best pink smelling perfume? The first one that came to mind was La Vie Belle, but I'm going to go with Mon Guerlain EVP. I don't even know if that's a pink fragrance. It's lavender vanilla, but gorgeous scent. Ladies, it smells regal. It smells classy. It smells like femininity in a bottle. Really gorgeous. Fragrances that scream red flag. Dior Sauvage, Angel by Mugler. And that needs no further explanation at all. Oh, you know what? I will explain. People that say, they're like, oh yeah, Dior Sauvage is a fuckboy fragrance. I want a fuckboy fragrance. It's not a fuckboy fragrance. I think it's literally like, you're not a fuckboy if you wear Dior Sauvage. You went into Macy's and you saw the poster for it and you smelt it and you walked out with it. It's just like as common as Dove soap. honestly. So it's nothing that's like, oh yeah, this is super sexy, at least to me and the girls that have smelt it around me. Like, I had people that weren't even into fragrances come in here and smell it, and they loved Eros. Like, they loved Eros, but when they smelled Dior Sauvage, they're like, oh yeah, I've smelled this. Like, people have smelled it in the club, high school, college, passing guys on the street. It's just not really like, doesn't really do anything anymore. But I haven't tried Elixir yet. I heard Elixir is good. How tall am I? 5'5". 5'5". Love your podcast. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do need to put out more episodes. To anybody that doesn't know, it's called The Fragrance Journey with Melissa J. Nash now. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, all those big platforms. It's there. And my sister hosts it. It's a good time. It's a good time. Love your advice. Oh, your advice to those who only start their fragrance journeys, or who just started their fragrance journeys, I'm assuming. Sample your fragrances and balance your collection out when you're starting. I don't want, like, people are like, hey, I have Dior Sauvage. Should I get Bleu de Chanel and White EDP and all those? It's like, no, like, if you have something fresh like Bleu de Chanel, balance it with a sweet fragrance. You know what I mean? Even though Bleu de Chanel is very, very versatile, if you have a freshie, then get something sweet. So you're like, okay, I have something for the daytime. Now I have something for the nighttime for clubbing events like 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne. Then you can also branch that out into, okay, I want something professional like Prada L'Homme, something for the office that's inoffensive to everybody. And then you can just go by that, something for the extreme high heat when I'm at the beach and I just want to, like, I want something really, really fresh, stuff like that. So, and signature scent, you could just break it down even further if you want to. But don't buy the same type of DNA, at least when you're starting out, unless you live in a super hot area all the time and you only need freshies. But I still think you can pull something sweet, or get something sweet and sexy to balance it out. Can you talk about how favorite gourmand? I don't know if I have a favorite gourmand at the moment. I liked Fève Délicieuse, not on myself, but like on other people. It was really nice. Can you talk about how you layer fragrances with lotion, body spray? I don't. I know some people have, like, they're like, okay, I have the Delina lotion, and then the Delina body mist, and then the hairspray, and then the actual fragrance. And you could totally do that if you like that. I personally don't do that. How would you protect yourself against a burglar? I would distract them. I'd be like, oh my God, what's that behind you? And just boom. No, I wouldn't. I would call 911 and scream and make a lot of noise and get a lot of attention. That's what I would do. When did you first realize you were a menace? What the hell? I'm not a menace. And you know what? I had my Instagram followers vote on this, and 79% of them said I wasn't a menace, and the other percent said I was, because they know that I'm a very shy, just modest person, down to a T. If I asked for a collab on a song of mine in the future, would you be down for it? Hell yeah. Yes, who asked this? Yes, I would be. I think that'd be kind of cool to have a music project. I've played guitar since I was 12, but I've never like wrote songs or done anything like that. I've never been in a booth recording, and I think that'd be sick. Yes. Okay, next question. Should I get Prada L'Homme, The One, or La Nuit de l'Homme as my next frag? Right off the bat, La Nuit de l'Homme is the sexiest one to me. And to a lot of girls, it's just so sexy. Amazing. But The One EDP and La Nuit de l'Homme suck in performance and projection. Okay, so I think with La Nuit de l'Homme, it's easy for me to overspray. With The One EDP, you can also overspray it, but it might get too much for you as the wearer. I think if Prada L'Homme is something that it's more like you can use that in the office, anything really, and girls find that really sexy as well. And it lasts the longest out of those three. To me, The One would be last place. I mean, I gave that to my 18-year-old cousin. So I remember the guy that wrote this. I think we went to college together. If you and I are the same age, I wouldn't suggest The One EDP, just because it's like, I think of 18-year-old guys. You know what I'm saying? Prada L'Homme is nice, but La Nuit de l'Homme is just really, really sexy. So, where are your priorities? How old were you when you found out you batted for the other team? No judgment. None taken. I knew I liked girls since the age of 6. Like, my first kiss was with a girl when I was 6. It was at a Montessori school. It was when we were getting ready to go back into classes and stuff like that. But I've always known, and I repressed that shit heavy. And everybody knows, like, I'm sure if you ask somebody that knew me back in the day, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's obvious that she liked girls and she was pretending not to. Like, glass closet, all that. What makes perfumes so expensive? Honestly, there's like the perfume oils, right? I don't know the exact answer to this question, but when you look at brands like Tom Ford, Chanel, Dior, of course, just the name alone gives them the opportunity to price their fragrances at not the $20 range. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, designer fragrances aren't like the most elite. They're just like your standard like start off, and then you move over to niche or your private blend line from the designers. So there's the name, and also like with the niche fragrances, it's like a limited supply of things, and these perfumers, like it's just more, it's not mass produced. Think of like a mom and pop shop, you know what I mean? So that's a reason. And ingredients like saffron is really expensive to like get your hands on. It's just kind of pricey in that regard, but I think, you know, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. That's just my understanding of it. You gonna release a fragrance or what? Yes, I'm going to. Yes. Wink, wink. I want to. Something's in the works. Are masculine scents on femmes off-putting? Not to me. There's actually some guys that have DM'd me, and they're like, I don't want to get a masculine fragrance because my girlfriend used to wear something like that. And it can be really attractive. Like, I think that skin chemistry, I know that skin chemistry plays a big role in how a fragrance smells from person to person. So, I mean, if you wear a really masculine fragrance, let's say like red tobacco, it might not smell as harsh and just like try hard dominant on a really feminine woman as it would on like a big burly man. What's a scent that reminds you of a good time or a memory? I'm gonna say I love Ombre Nuit. That was my signature scent for a really, really long time. I've only been in this for months, but I think that's the first like bottle this big that I went through, and I'm sad. I really want a full size of it, and it was always a good time with that fragrance. I was always getting complimented with it. People always asked me what I was wearing, and it's just really sexy, versatile, and not a lot of people are wearing it, at least around me. But I'm gonna say By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. It reminds me of just like bonfires, like late night bonfires at the beach, like with people that you love, and you enjoy your time, and you're just like drunk and high and whatever, and you're just having a nice time. Like, I love those kind of simple moments. So By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. Hey, what perfume would you wear to a club in Vegas that would turn heads and ladies? I would probably wear Leighton by Parfums de Marly. Gets a lot of great attention from women, and it's a niche fragrance. The moment I get my hands on that, I'm not going to stop talking about it. I've finished the sample, but when I get my hands on the full size, I will wear that every single day. I love it a lot, and girls love it too. I swear, the only people that you're going to hear that say, oh, don't get Leighton, it's overrated, like you shouldn't, are other dudes. Are dudes that are in the fragrance community, like that are in it heavy, where it's like, oh, if something smells nice, that means it smells designer, which means it's not unique. I want something that nobody's wearing. And it's kind of like that, you know what I mean? But the thing is, like, when I hear feedback like that, I don't really care, because it's like, I'm not trying to attract you. Like, I'm not, and the chances of you running into a frag head like that are slim to none anyways. But Leighton, definitely. Best fragrance which makes you feel important. Ombre Nuit by Dior. I just love wearing it. It makes me feel good. Even if everybody around me hated it, I would still wear it because I'm obsessed with it. Last question. Wow. Blew through these fast. 20 minutes. Okay, we're at 20 minutes. So not that fast. Okay. Took me a while because nothing's off the table. What's your Mars in? I know the answer to this. What's the sign that starts with a V? Virgo. Don't know what that means, but I remember seeing that. Virgo, yes. Man, I sound like an astrology guru right now. Damn. But yeah, those are all those questions, and I'll probably do another one of these Q&As again. I hope it's helpful. I know this isn't gonna fit in a reel, so how do I post this? I'll find out. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching my videos and literally changing my life. Appreciate you.